Hey everyone, hope all is well with you. Your friendly neighborhood pastor here, KP. Welcome to Free Do Loss TV. Thanks for sharing, thanks for subscribing, thanks for the comments. Appreciate the comments that you send as well. And yeah, really do appreciate it. And I'll continue to do my best to put content on here that will be a blessing to you. Um, just let me also say this, like the things that I'm expressing in on this channel on in my videos here, they are my own opinion. Let me say that. Let me say that. Right? They're my opinion, my assessment of things. Right? So I'm not speaking on behalf of a conference, a union, or the SDA church. I'm offering my own opinion, my commentary on things. And specifically, I'm dealing with what Pastor Conrad Vine dealt with, right? I'll move on to something else after. So just want to put that out there. It's from me, okay? Not on behalf of anyone else. All right. So we looked at the institutional perspective, as he put it. We looked at the theological perspective, and now we're looking at the financial perspective. And once again, I'll say, when he started off reading that letter, it was a tough one, tough pill to swallow. To our leaders, even I have a letter, and others have letters as well, where these companies took the time to go to the Adventist website, send a link, or actually put it in their letter, or put it in the letter, right? They send a link separately, or they'll put their response, the Adventist response, in the letter, denying them their jobs because they don't take the vanilla. All right. So I have a letter. I'll share it. I got it from somebody here, somebody who it happened to, and I'll share that. And this person is in Canada. Okay, so the financial perspective here, I'm getting used to this whole Medicare, Medicaid, and all that sort of stuff, right? I know it's government based. I don't know what the breakdown is. Just give me my OHIP from Canada, and I'm good. Right? That's what we deal with there. OHIP, and that's what I understand. But in terms of what Pastor Vine mentioned, of course, he has on there, you remember the slide, right? I'll try and put the slide in this presentation as well. AdventHealth, AdventHealth System West, and it goes from 2019, 2020. So he said AdventHealth 2019, AdventHealth System West 2020, and then Advent Healthcare Inc. 2019, Kettering Adventist Healthcare 2019, Loma Linda University Health 2019. And the long and short of it, he is saying here that we get a lot of money from the government. Let me see if I can quote here. So he got the information from admin from Adventist Healthcare. Shout outs to them for doing it. Shout outs to them for doing that. All right. I don't, it's not a secret. Put it out there. Be transparent with your people. He mentioned something about the 1099 IRS forms. I went and checked it out in terms of, I just typed it in, Google. I'll share what I found. I'm not able to decipher it well. I was looking at the salary though for the big man at AdventHealth, and yeah, he's getting a pretty penny, man. It was the president or the CEO, I once again I looked it up, but I'll put it in the description box. You can check it out for yourself. I don't know how to decipher it like Vine did, and the breakdown of all these different things. I don't know how it did, but he said, so the 1099 IRS forms, I looked that up. I checked out, Kettering and AdventHealth. NAD tithe is $1 billion, he said. And we got like some extras, right? In terms of money from the government to the amount of what, 21 billion? Yeah, 21 billion, right? So, all right. And he said, if you feast on federal funds, you're going to dance to the federal tune. Which is true. If they're giving you money, you're going to have to do things that they want you to do. I'm going to be honest. I know, like, coming from Canada, my conference, when the pandemic struck, we got money from the government. Churches, all churches, I think. Well, I don't know if all churches got or all churches asked, but it was made available to churches, and we got it. We got it as well. Ontario Conference, we got it, right? The details of it, how they went about it and all those, I don't know. But I do know we got money, and we have gotten money from the government before, right? So I'm not going to speak with in an emphatic way, but it's always been a bone of contention in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, because individuals are saying we get money from the government for various things, for various reasons, and it's going to come back and haunt us. Well, fast forward 2020, 2021, and now 2022, right? Talking about things haunting us in a financial manner. In terms of, Pastor Vine also said that this is public. So if the Adventist Church is going to deny this, then others are going to be able to decipher this information, or look it up and decipher it and determine whether or not, the denial that we are getting federal funds is legitimate. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, as I mentioned to you before, the Adventist Church came out with a response, right? With a response to Vine. Let me find it for you here. So in terms of the church's response, this came out January the 26th. Once again, there's so much information coming at you, all right? And, I'll have to deal with this separately, but I'm going to read. It's called Concerns Regarding COVID-19, Church Governance and Liberty of Conscience, right? It's released through the Communications Department of the General Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. Well, you don't see a whole bunch of people this time, and there are 8 points in this. I'm going to read point number 5 as it relates to this financial piece. And this is what the Adventist Church and our leaders said, right? Was the 2021 reaffirmation of the Seventh-day Adventist Church's position on immunization influenced by money from the government of the United States, including Medicare and Medicaid payments to Adventist hospitals and loans and grants to Adventist educational institutions? Direct to what Pastor Vine said. So let's see what they say. There is absolutely no link between Medicare and Medicaid payments made to Adventist health care institutions and the 2021 affirmations of the church's position on immunization, nor upon any tithe that may be received from persons working in those health care or educational institutions. Medicare and Medicaid payments by the government to healthcare institutions are paid directly to those institutions for services rendered to patients who are mainly the elderly and economically disadvantaged. These government funds are not donations to the hospitals. You hear that? They're not donations to the hospital, all right? They are payments for services rendered. All right, Pastor Vine. So this is a direct challenge, eh? None of the health professionals or other employees of the GC Health Ministries department receive personal or project funding from pharmaceutical companies. All right, so that's not true for Loma Linda. That's not true for Adventist Health. Okay, all right. um, healthcare institutions or government sources, federal or state. Okay. Government funding for educational institutions is in the form of grants and loans provided to students so they have the financial means to obtain a higher education. These government grants and loans are not donations to the schools and have no bearing. So they're not donations to the schools, right? And have no bearing upon the world budget of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, nor upon any decision that it makes. So just remember, to our Adventist leaders, this is public information. So if you come out and emphatically deny that we get any type of help, financial help from the government, people will dig this information up, and once again, we are gonna find out if Pastor Vine is lying or if this is not correct. All right. So I'm just putting it out there. I'm sharing it with you in terms of what the response was from the Adventist Church to this financial piece. Like, this video is not going to be long. I just wanted to share what he said regarding the whole financial aspect of it. Right? It's in his presentation. You'll see it, and I'm just responding to that. But so the Adventist Church says, yeah, they don't get no money from the government, and the government is not influencing them. Like I said, I'm new to the U.S. In Canada, when COVID struck, I can't remember specific situations, but usually what's happening at the conference, union level, division level, a lot of Adventists don't really know. We may hear, even for pastors, we don't know the ins and outs. But I can tell you for sure that when COVID struck, and it's not the first time I believe that we've gotten any type of help from the government or support, right? Money was made available. It was part of the CERB. I can't remember what the CERB, some emergency fund when COVID struck. So CERB, right, in Canada. And we got that money. So they're saying they don't get any, they didn't get any. It's payments that the government for services rendered. All right. It's out there. I'll put whatever I can in the description box so you can read it for yourself. But if you take government money, you're gonna have to answer for the government money. If they come to you, when I say answer, they will come and demand of you certain things, ask you to do certain things. You're gonna have to do it because you've taken their money. You must always pay the piper. That's how governments work. They're wicked, they're terrible, they're bad. And any way they can trap you, they will do that. So if we are saying that the document that came out did not come out because the government had any type of influence in it, I think that makes the situation even worse, because you had no outside influence and you came out with a hard line document like this. It makes no sense to me. Makes no sense. Once again, I'll say it. Stand up for your members. The longer this stuff, you're doubling down now. You're doubling down. The longer this stuff stays out there, the worse it will get. It's bad. It's bad. Call those members. For those who have been affected, find out which conference they're in. If they were fired as a result of this statement, pay them. Give them some money. Help them. This doubling down stuff is not a good look. And it is not of God. It is not of God. I'm just putting it out there. All right? That's all I'm going to say this time. Until next time, take care of yourself. Remember this: only what you do for Christ will last.